From the first to the last, here is the evolution of a giant of the automotive industry, Honda Civic. At a time when the oil crisis was raging, Honda came up with an innovation that changed the game forever. The first-generation Honda Civic redefined what it means to have a compact, reliable, and super economical car. So, fasten your seatbelts because we're about to dive straight into the 70s. The first-generation Honda Civic left the factory gates in 1972, ready to conquer the world. It was small, compact, but also had that cool aura that you couldn't ignore. You could choose between 4-door body version, station wagon, and a 3-door version. The Civic's interior was practical, with a simple and intuitive dashboard, quality materials, and generous space. It installed a 1.2L unit that offered up to 75 horsepower, enormous for the time. And that's not all. In 1975, it introduced the 1.5L engine and CVCC compound vortex-controlled combustion technology, which allowed the Civic to meet strict emissions regulations without losing power. In 1978, the Civic's design was refreshed. Therefore, the first-generation Honda Civic was the recipe for success both in Japan and in North America or Europe. We interrupt this video a bit to remind you to like this video and subscribe to our channel. It helps us a lot to continue this project. Honda Civic 2. In 1979, the second-generation Honda Civic appeared on the market with a completely new design, with more aerodynamic lines and more rounded shapes. New body styles were introduced, including a 3- and 5-door hatchback, as well as a 4-door sedan and a 5-door wagon. The interior offered even more comfort and functionality. The dashboard has been redesigned to be even more intuitive, and the materials used have been improved. The second-generation Civic was available with improved engines, including a new 1.3L engine and a 1.5L engine, which offered more power and efficiency. 3 transmission options were offered: a 4-speed manual for the base model, a 5-speed manual for Honda, a minor facelift arrived in the late 80s, and in early 82, another facelift added larger plastic bumpers and a new grille and rectangular headlights. Honda Civic 3. After the incredible success of the first 2 generations, Honda did not stop there. In 1983, Honda decided to breathe new life into the design of Civic. The outcome, you ask? Sharp lines, low profile, rectangular headlights, corner-mounted indicators, and a sporty look. It came in body styles from the 3-door hatchback to the CRX Sport Coupe, sedan, and shuttle. Inside, Honda improved the materials and finishes and fitted a flat dashboard and a small trapezoidal-shaped instrument cluster. Under the hood, the base model had 1.3 and 1.5L engines. But let's not forget about the powerful 1.6L VTEC, which delivers 150 horsepower. In 1986, the Honda Civic received several design updates, such as recessed headlights and revised taillights. Honda Civic IV 1987. In 1987, Honda launched the 4th-generation Civic with a design that surprised everyone. The lines were smoother, sleeker, and more aerodynamic than ever before. The body was available in 3- and 5-door hatchback, sedan, wagon, and a new CRX coupe. The interior has been modernized and optimized so that passengers have enough space in the car. The car was still very nimble, even with the base engine delivering just 75 horsepower, while the range-topping version, the Sur, delivered 150 horsepower from a 1.6L engine. The 1990 Civic received a minor refresh, which included a redesigned front bumper and updated taillights. Honda Civic, the 5th-generation Civic, introduced a completely new design, much more aerodynamic and modern. The bodywork was more rounded and sleek, reflecting the trends of the 90s. The interior was quite simple, without extravagant technologies and changes. Under the hood, the Civic offered a wide range of engines, from an economical 1.3L to a powerful 1.6L VTEC engine. For the American market, the base engine was a 1.5L, while Europeans received the 1.3L engine. This generation of Civic also appears in the Fast and Furious franchise in a scene where a theft is attempted on a sim. Like the rest of the film, this scene is totally over the top, with over-the-top editing to heighten the action. Honda Civic K&M 1995, the 6th-generation Civic, brought a more refined and modern design. The more fluidic and aerodynamic lines gave the car a sleek and contemporary look. The interior was still simple but added improved safety features such as side airbags and anti-locking brakes. Engine options ranged from 1.4 to 1.6L, available along with their first natural gas-powered Civic, the GX. Honda Civic 7. Look at the Honda Civic. Enter the new millennium with a completely new look, with smoother lines, larger headlights, and a redesigned front grille. The body styling range includes 3- and 5-door hatchbacks, sedans, and coupes, each with a distinctive style, especially the hatchback version. The interior has been redesigned to be more ergonomic, with the same Honda-style instrument cluster, easy to read and under the hood. The 7th generation Civic came with a number of innovative engines. In addition to the petrol unit, Honda introduced new engines on the Civic for the first time. A 1.7L diesel. Also, the 7th generation marked the debut of the Civic hybrid model, Honda's first hybrid model, powered by a 1.3L engine. In 2003, Honda updated the 7th generation of Civic, adding curved headlights and a larger front grille. Honda Civic 8. When it was launched, the 8th generation Honda Civic shocked the automotive world with its avant-garde design. Aggressive and aerodynamic shapes, narrow headlights, and a minimalist grille gave the car a futuristic and innovative look. However, the sedan version, though mainly for the North America and Asian markets, had nothing in common with the hatchback design intended for the European market. Inside, the most surprising element was a 2-level dashboard with a digital speedometer placed above the steering wheel, giving it a spaceship cockpit feel. The 8th generation Civic continued to innovate on the engine side. The VTEC engines have been redefined to offer an ideal mix of power and efficiency, with petrol, diesel, and hybrid engines still available. In 2009, Honda updated the Civic for a breath of fresh air. The biggest changes were made to the hatchback version, especially in the front. The sedan version receiving more subtle design updates. Honda Civic Noveno, the 9th generation Civic, consists of 4 body styles: sedan, coupe, hatchback, and tour. The 9th generation Honda Civic kept the compact and sporty shape, brought a shocking design, aggressive headlights, and a redesigned grille with a lip at the bottom. In contrast, the sedan variant had a more redefined appearance with a sharp-looking front fascia and angular headlamps slanted at the rear. The interior came with a new dashboard for both versions, but with a cleaner and more modern look. Under the hood, the Civic was offered with gasoline and diesel engines from 1.4L to 2.2L. At the same time, Honda also launched a natural gas version, a 1.6L unit with 110 horsepower, offering an ecological and economical alternative for drivers. In 2013, Honda made significant improvements to keep the Civic competitive and attractive. The bumper and front grille have been redesigned, and the headlights and taillights have been redesigned. Honda Civic. The 10th generation of Civic came with a totally different design, making a dramatic change in aesthetics. Sharp lines and flowing curves, slim headlights with LED technology, and a predominant front grille give the car a futuristic and imposing look. The interior has been completely redesigned, the central console being equipped with a large touchscreen integrating the infotainment and navigation systems. Available in sedan, coupe, and hatchback body styles. This is the first edition of the Civic to introduce a turbocharged engine, a 1.5L. The revisions brought in 2019 were exactly what the Civic needed to be even more attractive by adding more blackout and more prominent shapes. Honda Civic She. The 11th generation Civic came available in both sedan and hatchback body styles. As we are used to, the sedan and hatchback have some designs and differences. The hatchback has a concave front grille with a honeycomb pattern and round fog lights, as opposed to the square ones on the sedan. The rear bumper also differs, having the fake chrome exhaust and a diffuser. The interior features a honeycomb dashboard design, with a standard model including a 7-inch touchscreen with physical buttons for volume and tuning. An analog or TFT speedometer, 10.2 inches digital for the top versions. Engine-wise, the Civic hatchback has the same options as the sedan, a 1.5L turbo engine and a naturally aspirated 2L engine. At the same time, the 11th generation brought electrification to a new level. The exterior has been redefined compared to its predecessors but retains the elegant and sporty lines. Under The hood. The Honda e-HEV is equipped with a hybrid drive with an electric motor powered by a set of batteries, which were charged by a 2L engine. For the year 2025, Honda has prepared a facelift for the Civic, offered in LX and Sport variants on the sedan and hatchback. It brings some subtle visual novelties such as new bumpers, but also a larger grille and revised headlights with body color trim. Inside, the changes are quite hard to notice compared to the previous models. Both models carry over the 2Li4 from the previous generation. The Sport hybrid trims will come with a version of the Accord's larger gas engine and two-motor hybrid powertrain that's more powerful than the turbo i1.5 L4 included on the 2024 X, XL, Touring, and Sports Touring Civics. That was the evolution of the Honda Civic. A car, since its debut in 1972, remains one of the best-selling and most loved cars globally. Whether we were talking about the busy streets of Tokyo, the highways of North America, or the elegant boulevards of Europe, the Civic has captured the hearts of everyone with its innovative design, impressive performance, and unnatural reliability. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please give us a like, subscribe for more engaging content, and leave us a comment with your thoughts on the Honda Civic. Thank you for watching. See you next time.